Hi there, I'm trying something new today, doing something of a tutorial. It's more like a humble how I draw. So it's not going to be the most comprehensive tutorial in the world, and it is my first, but we'll see how we go. And I'll develop this skill over time like anything else. So, today, inspired by my Pirate's Cove map, I'm going to show you how I figured out how to draw palm trees. As you can see, dotted around the top there. Just because they're reasonably complex compared to the other stuff I do. So, as always, I start with a pencil, do a sketch, work out the positioning of things, and then I go over it in ink. And this is just a normal writing pen. So let's pretend we know where our palm trees are going. I just realized I'm going to get some camera shake when I work this table. That is not ideal. Oh well, first video. Try and be light on my desk. So, palm tree. What am I thinking? So, what I try and do, let's see which palm tree is my favorite. Maybe that one in the middle. We have our big giant fluffy leaves. Here's one lying on the ground and there's shadow beneath the whole tree. Some of these fronds are beneath the other ones. But anyway, let's do it from the start. So the first thing I do with pencil is just draw in some fronds. So it's kind of like a flower. Reminds me of a flower anyway. And I'll just zoom in a bit. And I'll try and keep that in frame. Focus camera, please. Come on. So, I don't try and balance it too much, because, I don't know, I'm just trying to keep it natural. So, we have some fronds. You know what, I'll balance it a little better than that. I feel like it's going to topple over. So what I've done is I've basically done the top fronds, and now I'm adding a few fronds underneath them. Just 2. We'll give it some extra depth. That's really it for the pencil stage. So now I know where my palm tree is and the general shape of it. Next stage is a little bit of busy work. I grab the pen and I just hatch in the what do you call it? I'm an artist, not an author, so words come difficult to me. Here we go though. Kind of make it look fluffy. Oh, actually, usually before this I do the my pen started leaking. So I do like the stem in the middle of the frond on each one, just extending from the center and kind of fading towards the edge. Sometimes I try not to make them all completely straight, so this one will be kind of buckled. So we've got our stems. We've got a very bouncy camera. Oh well. And then I go about with the fluffy leaves coming off the fronds. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. As you can see, the leaves are starting to appear. The fronds are starting to appear. don't know if it's a bad habit or not, but I always rotate my paper a lot. A very narrow window in which I can draw a nice line. If I tried to do it like diagonal, or like that, let's see, that just doesn't work at all. I don't know, maybe I'm just a noob. So we've got that in. It's a very unbalanced tree, but you know, looks natural that way. After this, I do a little bit of shading on the tree itself. So I like to make a nice dark, and here I'm just cross-hatching. Like one layer of cross-hatch, dark center. And particularly on the bottom fronds, I'm just going to do kind of one layer of cross-hatch in the direction that the leaves of the fronds are facing, so like this. Now we've got a much more three-dimensional, two-dimensional tree happening here. And then I usually add a few more, just kind of halfway down some of these leaves, give it some variation. And I like it to be thicker, the stems thicker towards the center. Just makes sense to me. I'm not sure how palm trees really grow. And then I also tend to darken up towards the center of the fronds. Just for the next step, it'll make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so we're almost done. The final step, I'd say, is I do some Dyson hatching, I think the term is. Coined by Dyson, or fans of Dyson. Very skilled map maker, who I respect a great deal. So you'll have to look up one of his videos, or I'll perhaps make a video of this, but I'm just doing some Dyson hatching beneath these fronds, kind of to make a circular shadow around the base of the tree. And this, I imagine, is all the sticks and the dead leaves that have fallen off the tree and piled up beneath it to create kind of a scratchy looking shadow. And there you have something of a palm tree. There we go. Well, that's as close as I can get for you guys. So, that looks three-dimensional, right? Nice palm tree. Sitting on the beach. Here's a nice beach with some shells. And a picnic blanket. Doesn't that look nice? Another thing with palm trees, they always tend to shed their leaves everywhere. I know this because I have them in my backyard. So I always draw a couple of these fronds, kind of partly broken up, just lying in the sand, scattered around. So there's a palm tree, top-down perspective. Here's it kind of in action on the Pirate's Cove map. You can download this one in the description. It's $1. And if you like the beginnings of this series, please leave a like, and please comment what you'd like to learn how to draw next, because I've got too many ideas and I don't know which order to do them in. Just on this map alone, we've got, let me grab my pen, we've got rubbly, cliffy rocks, we've got cliffs, yeah, nothing to see there. General foliage. We got Dyson hatching there. Some tents, crates. Path. Beach. Cliffs. Water. Please don't ask for water. I can't draw water just yet. But, well, there's palm trees. Let me know what you think and what you'd like to see next. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out. And if you really like what you see, head over to my website. You can support me on Patreon or by buying these maps. It's a great help and it's really starting to pick up. Quite optimistic about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and perhaps learnt a thing or two. Learnt how to draw a very specific style of palm tree anyway. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.